Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy VII walkthrough. I don't know where we're going. Where are we going? Oh gosh. Okay, so boy, I think last video was the Gungaga area. Jeez, it's gonna be a long day. English is hard. Anyhow, I don't know where I'm going. I'm probably going to go stop at the blacksmith's house. Unfortunately, though, we still are not able to do anything there yet. The blacksmith will not be home for quite some time yet. So, but I did periodically check just to see if... I really wanted Aeris's next limit break, her level 4 limit break. It's so good. It's so freaking good. I think, I'll be honest, I think of all the characters in the entire game, she's got the best limit breaks, period. They're so good and so cool. Everyone else's just feels like blah. I shouldn't say not everyone else, but there's most of the characters' limit breaks all kind of work the same, like, you know, Clouds are all damage-based. Tifa's are all damage-based. Who else here? I'm trying to think. I think Cid's are all damage-based as well. Barrett's are. So there you go. That's already like 4 characters whose limit breaks are all just damage. Now, Red has Lunatic High. I really like that one. I think that one is a really cool, because it's like a party buff. Obviously with it, you know, casting haste on everybody, as well as I believe it increases your defense percentage, which, you know, is like your evasion, I guess. So that one's kind of cool. Yuffie's got I believe a group heal, which kind of, if I remember correctly, works a lot like White Wind, where no, I'm sorry. It's not like White Wind. White Wind restores based on how much HP the character has. Yuffie's heals for 50% of each character's maximum HP. So, unfortunately, that's not accurate. Comparison between White Wind and her limit break is not. It's not the way it works. So. But anyways, like I said, so that hers is at least, you know, a little bit different, and then most of her other ones are all damage based. Ket Sith is just garbage. I absolutely hate that character. Vincent's kind of cool. The only problem with him, and obviously we don't have him quite yet, but spoiler alert, we're getting another character later called Vincent. But his are interesting, but the only thing is once he activates them, you can't control him. So that's a detriment, I think. I don't, I'll be honest, Vincent's not one of my favorite characters either. Not saying that I necessarily don't like him, but because of his limit breaks, I'm not wild about it. I'm just not wild about the fact that you can't control him. So that's that, I guess. I'm trying to think of who else. I think I may have already gone over everybody. But anyways, long story short, I really like Aeris's limit breaks. I feel like hers are really the only ones. Not the only ones. It's not entirely accurate, but hers stand out more than most of the other characters. And again, I think that's just because, you know, hers just works so much differently. Yeah, I believe every single one of hers is, you know, I should say, I don't think there's a single one of hers, if I remember correctly, that actually does damage. So hers are all like specifically healing or some sort of party utility type. I really like her Fury brand. I think that one's absolutely cool. I think that's one of her level 2 limit breaks. What it does is once you activate it, it automatically fills your other character's limit breaks up. So very cool limit break there. But yeah, so anyways, long story short, I love Aeris and her limit breaks. But anyway, so we're making our way to, technically, I think we're on our way to Cosmo Canyon. Now, I want to point one thing out. You do not, if you really care about getting all of the Oh, yeah, I went too far. So if you really care about all of the Fort Condor battles, you can't drive too far. You actually have to stop the buggy to the east of us right now, because if you drive too far, it breaks down. And it will stay broken down until all of your events, or all of the events are done in Cosmo Canyon. So keep that in mind. I obviously, as you noticed there, I drove too far. And now there's actually one of the battles that I will end up missing because of that. At Fort Condor, sorry. Now, is that that big of a deal? Let's be honest, no, it's not. I've mentioned this quite a few times, but because of the sheer amount of battles that are done at Fort Condor, you can miss tons of them, and it doesn't really end up being that big of a deal. There's really only, I would say, there's only really one reward that I feel is, oh, I shouldn't say that, it's not accurate either. 2 rewards. The Magic Comb and the Super Ball that are all that great. The Magic Comb you get after 1 victory, and I think it takes 7 to get the Super Ball. So, you know, I guess keep that in mind. I always feel like once I get the Super Ball, I just don't even bother going there anymore. You know, there's really no other reason to. The rest of the rewards are just kind of garbage. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. So, anyways, here's Cosmo Canyon, and we learned that Red's real name is Nanaki. I think that's how to say that. I don't really know for sure, but it sounds right. But alright, so we're gonna go check out some of the different buildings here. I don't remember which ones actually have treasures in them and which ones don't, but if I remember correctly, there's 2 Turtles Paradise Flyers around the town too, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for those. Alright, so where are we going here? Yeah, this is a dead end. Looks like anyway. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Alright. Moving on. I thought I could go. Yeah, we can go upstairs here. Oh, I think I see a flyer. No, let's not stay. Yeah, right here. This has got to be a flyer. There we go. Turtles Paradise number 5. So, number 4 is somewhere in town as well. And, okay, apparently there was an elixir on the... Was that on the ground and I just didn't see it? I guess whatever. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, so, like I said, 2 out of the... I think there's a total of 6 Turtles Paradise Flyers. And so, we've got 2 more. Actually, yeah, 2 more to go. One of them is here, and then I don't remember where the final one is actually. It actually might be in Wutai. Okay, this is a dead end too. There's a I don't know, a little area back there. I believe you can get back there later on, like much later on in the game. I don't remember which point in the game you can actually enter that area back there, but I guess once it does come available, we will head in there. Alright, so this is my hometown, my tribe. My brave mother fought and died here, but my cowardly father left her. Cowardly father? My father was a wastrel? I've never even heard that. Is that even a real word? You guys just making stuff up? Alright, let's take a break too. So anyways, as the story goes, or what Red believes, here's the final, or the other flyer here. There's the 4th one. And then this is actually a weapon shop too, so I think we'll buy some weapons. But anyways, like I say, the story here is that Red's mother died protecting the canyon, and Red's father apparently, as he believes, was cowardly and ran away. So more to come on that story. Silver armlet, okay. Yes. Apparently I was pretty impressed with those, so I picked up a couple more, as well as just kind of upgrade some weapons here. Finally getting rid of the hard edge, so... And, yeah, put on the silver armlet, I guess. Must have had a little bit better defense than what I was wearing. I think I was using the Shinra betas, I think, still. That's my guess, anyway. Alright. Hooah! Hooah, hooah. Alright, so tons of different pathways here. This door, for the time being, is shut. So we don't really have to worry about that. This area is basically empty. Need more help. Okay. Okay, lady. What do we have here? A drunk guy, obviously. He's obviously drunk. Okay, or he's sleeping. One of the two. That's right. We're here to shop, buddy. Wake up. Okay, so here we have the HP and MP Plus, as well as Mystify and Transform. I think I already had both of those, though, so I wasn't too worried about picking either of those up. But, if you feel like you need to, pick up the... HP Plus is actually fairly useful. Excuse me, wow. MP Plus, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like the character's MP is usually always pretty decent. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I guess I'm getting rid of some stuff that I don't feel like I need anymore. Alright. Oh, I guess I did buy one MP. So, I tried to get at least one of everything. Now, to be honest, though, the MP Plus, that's really not going to come in handy. I don't know that I ever equipped any of that, but whatevs. Alright. So let's continue on, finally. I feel like, man, we're up to like 15 minutes, and I feel like we haven't accomplished anything. It's funny now, when I play RPGs, I almost like dislike the towns because there's usually so much to do, and all I want to do is go out and, like, you know, work on the battle system and fight stuff. But, you know, unfortunately, towns exist and you have to explore, and, you know, oftentimes there's treasures that you need to get and so on and so forth, but I make it sound like, you know, treasure hunting is such a bad thing, but again, I really like the battle system normally in games, so I tend to focus heavily on that. Okay. I don't know what this guy's talking. What are you even talking about, dude? You are crazy. Okay, so this is Bugenhagen or Bugenhagen. I don't know. That sounds so funny. Anyways, this is Nanaki's grandfather. How about that? Maybe I should just stick to that. It's a lot easier to describe that way and probably makes me sound like less of a tard. That wasn't very PC, but my bad. Anyways, so the grandfather here is warning us that the planet essentially is in danger. And if we don't do anything, the planet will die. And he's actually going to explain exactly what he means by that. And I feel like he does a pretty good job with that. And then I don't remember if Red says something about, or at least I thought he said something about wanting to stay and protect the canyon. But his grandfather says, no, that would destroy you or something like that. You're not ready. And so he actually is going to recommend that he travel with us. Please go. Okay, only 3 people can fit. All right, so we need to go find some. Friends here, and I think I didn't realize that. So, actually, really the only thing that you need to do is go find, I think Ketchi is pretty close. I think he's in one of these rooms over here. And I think I'm going the wrong way, but... Alright, so let's see here. I have to apologize. I ran around a little bit more than I really needed to. Like I said, I think actually Ketchi is... in a different spot. Yeah, I actually don't know if some of the other characters are in the different buildings. I guess I didn't really do a good job searching for them, but let's see the contraption. And yeah, I don't think you can actually leave until you see this contraption. Oofda. Alright, so let's head back up here. And hopefully it doesn't take too long to find Ketchi, but I know once you talk to him. No, there we go. Yeah, no. To the right, to the right. No, ugh, I'm going the wrong way. Still going the wrong way. I'm the worst. I do remember I was super confused on where I needed to actually go at this point. Running around aimlessly. Like, hey, what do I do? Yeah, this isn't right anyway. There's nothing up here. It's kind of cool to look at this, I guess, I don't know. I assume this is supposed to be a huge telescope. Because this appears to be some sort of observatory. But, pretty cool looking, to be honest, but not where we need to be. So let's hopefully get going here in the right spot. Don't worry, my machine won't run away. Go invite your friends. Okay. I think I rushed through the dialogue earlier and didn't realize that I needed to go find some of the party members. Here we go. So this is right. So let's go. Oh, what? Go back in, nerd. Yeah, there we go. All right, so here he is. What did they say? What? Okay. Anyways, invite whoever you want. I'm going with Tifa and Eris as always. Gotta keep my ladies close, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm saying, do you? Don't feel bad. I don't know what I'm saying. Just the worst. Jeez. Falling apart. I'm falling apart. And then I tried to leave again, but I still don't think you can. No, you're stuck inside. Sorry, buddy. I really wanted to leave town to go back to Fort Condor, but actually it wouldn't matter anyway. since I drove too far with the buggy. It's broken down for the time being, so it doesn't really matter anyway. I wouldn't be able to leave even if I wanted to. And I think you actually have to complete the next little dungeon in order to use the buggy again. There actually is an NPC. I talked to him a little bit earlier there in town, and he says, "Hey, why don't you enjoy whatever the sights or something like that while I fix the buggy?" So, anyways, all right. So here it is. So we'll check out Bugenhagen's contraption here and see what's going down. All right. It's just like the real thing, is it? This is my laboratory. The workings of space are entered into this 3D holographic system. Pretty cool. Hey, a shooting star. Neato. Alright. Black hole, it looks like. Cool. Let's get to the subject. Alright, so here's Grandpa's way of describing what happens when people die, and kind of how I guess the Earth lives, or the life cycle of the Earth. I don't know if that's what you want to call it. Maybe that's not very accurate. I don't know, but so he's describing that when people die, their energy returns to the planet, and exceptions, but this is the way of the world. You'll understand better if you watch this. All right. Well, let's watch then. So I don't know how accurate this model. These it looks like the orbits are circular, and my impression was that orbits are usually elliptical, but maybe I'm losing it. I'm not exactly big on astronomy, so so don't listen to me. I might be talking crazy. But all right. So, anyways, here is a little a diagram, essentially, of what happens here when people are born and when they die. Same with animals, plants. Here he says, not just living things, but what happens to the spirit energy, or what happens if that spirit energy were to disappear. Well, I can assume it's not going to be good. And crunch. Okay. So, again, Grandpa here, I have to go with Grandpa, it's just so much easier, describes that if essentially if you take out all the spirit energy, the planet will die. So, it's maybe an obvious thing from the way Barrett has been speaking about the planet, and how he's saying Shinra is killing the planet. Well, if Mako energy is, or if Mako reactors are taking out the spirit energy of the planet, then, well, I guess, and as long as Grandpa's theory is correct here, that would essentially kill the planet. So, there you have it. Mako energy will destroy the planet. So, all right. Well, we've diagnosed the problem. Now we need to find a solution. Which might seem pretty obvious as well. Okay. So there, Grandpa says something like, Nanaki, his father, a coward. So that's what Nanaki's been thinking all along. Which now, again, seems like a weird thing for the grandfather to not know about. You know, I don't know how long Red has spent here with his grandfather, but you'd sure think that if Grandpa knew the truth about Red's father, it would have come up, but apparently that's not necessarily the case. So anyways, alright, so let's head over here to the fire and have a little chat with our party members. This will be a little bit of a overview on what's going on and what's happening. I want to go somewhere. Let's go find some materia. Yuffie doesn't have a whole lot to say just because she's an optional character anyway, and you know, if you haven't recruited her yet, obviously she would not be here. But anyways, all right, so we stop and talk with Barret, and do I even got what? Wow, I don't know what that dialogue was really going for there. That seemed strangely worded. And decides for themselves. I'm gonna do it! Avalanche is born again! Okay. Well, Barret's rejuvenated, I guess. Bonfires are funny, aren't they? They make you remember all sorts of things, do they? No, Cloud. 5 years ago. It's nothing. Afraid to ask. Afraid to ask what? Feels like you're going far away. Okay. You really are you, right? Huh, yeah, that's an interesting dialogue there from Tifa. Alright, so Eris is next. I learned a lot. The elders taught me a lot of things about the Cetra and the Promised Land. I'm alone. I'm all alone now. Oh, sad. We're here for you, right? Oh, Cloud. What a good guy. Trying to comfort Eris. But I'm the only Cetra. Does that mean that we can't help? Well, so she's the sole survivor. The last of her kind. I think Red is too, technically. I think, anyway, if that's if I'm remembering the story correctly. I'm probably not, though, so. Because I'm the worst. Alright. Long ago, when I was still very small, we were all around this flame. What happened? What happened, Red? Come on, tell us. I talk about my mother, I'm full of pride and joy. When I remember my father, I'm full of anger. Alright, so here comes Grandpa. Of course, he left Mother for dead. The G-Tribe attacked, he ran off by himself, leaving Mother and the people of the canyon. Come, Nanaki, there's something you should see. Indeed there is. The place may be dangerous. Cloud, will you and one other person come with us? I'm not sure who I end up taking here, but we're about to find out. Who's going to be the lucky lady? Oh, looks like it's Eris. Because? Why? Limit breaks. That's why. So at this point, and again, this is after you've picked your party for the G-Tribe, you can actually leave town, and if you didn't drive too far on the buggy, you would be able to go all the way back to Fort Condor and do the next battle. However, I did not, so as you can see here, oh man, a breakdown now, nuts. So anyways, I was boned, but again, in the long run, it doesn't really matter. There's plenty of battles to to make up for at Fort Condor, so keep that in mind. But anyways, I'm out of time here, so as always, I hope this guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.